Alright, what's going on guys? Welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Literally takes 1 second and helps me out tremendously in growing this channel. Having said that guys, let's get right into today's workout session. Today there was a very strong emphasis on core. Basically what I did was a core and legs day, and of course I did the 100 pull-ups as well. So to start out the workout, I actually did 2 sets for a time with the hanging L-sit holds. I didn't film them because there was just too many damn people in the gym, and I do not own this gym. I'm not the gym owner, so I cannot tell people to not be in the way because they're not in the way. I'm also in the way. You guys know what I'm saying. So I wasn't able to film that, but what I did was 2 sets for time of hanging L-sit holds, and I believe I got like 37 seconds and 31 seconds, something like that, just to get that burnout going first time there, get that core firing up, and basically warning it that, we're going for a brutal session today, you're going to get activated, and here we go. So I got it activated there with the static holds, with the core, getting a lot of squeeze action there, being more comfortable in that position, and it's just a great way to start or end a workout in my opinion. I've often done it as like the last thing I do after any kind of workout basically, and I just want to get a couple quick sets of core in. It's a very efficient way to do it, and there's a lot of bang for your buck within that exercise. It targets a lot of parts of your body as other than the core, and just makes you stronger in general. The grip, the quads, well, the core obviously, the abs that you're squeezing, and the lats, everything. It's just a great exercise in strengthening you in general, and it really helps if you're into calisthenics. It's a very helpful tool to use if you're into calisthenics to sort of stabilize your body. I remember before I started doing core in general and also these hanging L-sit holds, I'd be way more shaky when doing movements, just not that way now as much, and I believe training core and static movements within the core as well is really beneficial for that. So try it out if you haven't already, see what you think about it, okay? Anyway, right after those 2 sets of hanging L-sit holds, I went straight into a exercise that is similar but not the same, a dynamic one, not static. And that, my friends, is the hanging leg raises. Went right into 5 sets of 15, and you can see a very crowded gym here, trying not to film everybody. So did what I could there. 5 sets of 15 I went right into after. I cannot do this if I do this after, say, training legs, training pull-ups, or whatever. If I do this after the 100 pull-ups, I just not as strong because I fatigue the core, pre-fatigue the core, pre-fatigue the grip, pre-fatigue the lats, everything. And it's if I'm emphasizing core, do core first. It's something I very recently have been incorporating into my training. It's probably just 4th, 5th time me doing that total. So did core first, and in my opinion, it pays off. You get a stronger core than not. As with most things in training, though, whatever you prioritize, that is what you're going to get. So do core day, like train core first on a day where you're greasing the groove, you're not going as hard on other exercises. Preferably the exercise that you're doing right after the core destruction, all the sets of core that I did there, 5 sets of 15 with the hanging leg raises and 2 sets for time with the L-sit holds. That will fatigue you in many ways, and it'll pre-fatigue you. So since I did the 100 pull-ups right after here, I knew that the pull-ups were not going to feel as good, and I knew that the pull-ups were something that I was not going as hard on today anyway, because I've been hammering them really hard. As you saw the last clip there, I did, or the 2 days ago, I did the 10 by 10 with 20 kilos added, and I just knew that I cannot go as hard with the pull-ups for a couple days, so I just greased the groove here. I did 10 sets of 10 with the neutral grip here, and I did a static hold on the top, last rep each set. For the first half of the sets anyway, the first 5 sets, let's say I got over 10 seconds, but after that is when I couldn't keep the 10-second plus, and I aimed for doing at least 5 seconds. So at least got 5 seconds to hold them. This is something how I commonly auto-regulate within the 100 pull-ups everyday program. If you're watching prior videos to this one, you guys know that I'm a huge fan of the static holds. I'm a huge fan of auto-regulation. I'm a huge fan of, well, getting better. So I think that's a couple ways of doing that, essentially. So 10 sets of 10 there, static holds on the top. going into 10 seconds and then 5 seconds halfway through when I'm more fatigued. So I got a lot of back and core work today because these static holds, man, they destroy the core as well. Trust me. If you got a weak point that is your core and or back, if you start doing pull-ups with static holds on the top, that's going to stop being a weak point for you. I promise you that, my friend. If you're just consistent with that for 2 or 3 months, it's not only not going to be a weak point, it's probably going to be a strong point for you because doing, this that you're seeing right here on the screen will target that really hard, and you're just getting so much time under tension, and that squeeze is just ridiculous. Yeah, can barely hold myself on there to the bar after a couple sets. So I promise you that it'll become a strong point if you're struggling with your back training. Today was also a day where I did feel decent, actually. I didn't feel too bad. I came off a day where I was really, really fatigued, tired. I hadn't got enough sleep. Today, leading up to this session, I got a little more sleep, maybe close to 8 hours, but not 8 hours though, unfortunately. Haven't got that in a while. Really need to get on that if you're doing this, it will affect your training if you're not getting enough sleep. Point blank, period. I mean, that's just end discussion there. So, be disciplined with your sleep, be disciplined with your food. This is something I'm just telling myself right now as well as you guys when talking about the 100 pull-ups every day, talking about this training program in general. It's either coming off the second to last static hold there, I believe, hanging off for dear life just to get the 5 seconds towards the later sets there. But you can see the back is pumped there. I get some blood in there. It's just a great way to go about your active rest day training, in my opinion. Still getting some kind of workout in there with the stimulus that you're getting from the static holds, and not only doing solid reps as you're doing as well. You're doing 90 solid reps, and then 10 of those reps you're getting a rep plus a decent amount of time under tension with the static holds. So if you're just thinking about the volume in that way, that's really, really good, in my opinion. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, definitely more than 5 seconds, and that was the last set of pull-ups. So, fairly happy with that. I would love to get, 10 seconds plus all the way through, which I have sometimes, but I also got to understand what my body has gone through and that you can't, get that every day. I will in the future, though, even on a bad day, because, or knock on wood, but I feel like I'm working really, really hard on this program and the schedule right now, and that is just something I'm striving for. I'm not saying that I will. That was maybe cocky and slightly arrogant, but I feel like if you put the work in, the results will show. But that goes to say that I have to put the work in with my diet and sleep as well, and I haven't been doing that due to heavy work schedule and long shifts, etc. So I got a lot of work to do, not only in the gym but outside the gym too, to get to this best version of myself that I'm striving to become. Striving for excellence, guys. Striving for excellence. That's what we're doing. You can get on this journey with me. We're all in this together. And tell me what you think. Tell me how it's going for you. Always happy to answer any kind of questions about how I'm going about it. So just feel free to ask. Just happy to engage with you guys. Very fun when you guys have things to say. So after those 100 body weight pull-ups there with the holds, I went right into some lunges. I believe I had dumbbells, 16 kilograms in each hand, walking, there and back. You can see it's probably 10 to 12 sets on each reps on each leg, that I'm getting, and I did it for 4 sets. It felt really good. And once I got to the leg training here, it felt better. Sorry for the angles, though. It was really, really hard to film in the gym. I filmed all the sets, and then most of them, there were just people walking all over my camera and all over my, positioning there a bit. So, excuse me for the lack of footage and the, potentially lack of quality within the footage. Trust me, though, I did the best I can, guys. I go above and beyond to create these videos for you in the gym whilst not being a nuisance in the gym as well. As you can see, people just walking all over the place, and these are the quote-unquote good videos that I was getting. After the 4 sets of 12 with lunges, I went straight into these leg extensions, and I couldn't do a finito sign there because, well, I could, but I looked like a total idiot because it was just literally packed. Not COVID-friendly at all here in the gym on this afternoon after the work here, rush hour, the after-work rush hour. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching all the way through. Really appreciate you for watching all the way through. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Literally takes 1 second and it helps me out tremendously in growing this channel. Anyway, guys, I will see you in the next video.